Hi guys, I didn't know it started. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks so much for your support. For for your support always. Thank you so much. And yeah, so today I just want to discuss, a topic about something that I have learned. I'm trying to, just adjust my wig so that all this is not showing. I don't know. Oh my God. Right. Okay, so yeah, I just want to talk about, a very important topic that I've learned a lot from, and it has helped me in, just giving myself checks at different points. So, a quick backstory: when I was much more younger, um, I read this book, or maybe I saw the quote somewhere that it is only a lunatic, or it is only somebody who is mentally deranged that does, something over and over and expects a different result. Now, this is not to, probably shame people going through mental whatever, no. But that's just to say that that was one of the things that I saw that made me, decide that I was going to be more self-aware and, what's the word, be more self-aware and just audit whatever I'm doing over and over, especially when I'm getting the same result. So when I read this, I was in my teenage years. Not even probably, I was in my teenage years. I was still I was very young, and or like I was way younger. I'm still young, and it just struck a chord, probably because of the words that were used. It just struck a chord, and I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be referred to as that. So, it made me really like always check whatever I'm doing, like what can I do differently to get a different result. If I'm doing something over and over and I'm getting the same result, it means that it's just like, the Eric the name of the guy that did, the electricity thing. Some schools of thought said he tried 1,000 times. Some people said it is 100 times. Whatever it is, it wasn't once he did it. And each time he does it over and over, he learns another way of not doing things. Okay. And that's to say that when we are doing something over and over, sorry, I just want to stop in my teeth. Sorry, I should have just ignored and continued, but I'm not comfortable. So yeah, like when we are doing things over and over and it looks like we are getting the same results, we should pay attention instead of, just blaming other people. And that's also to say, especially in our relationships, I've also come to say, if I'm seeing the same reaction from different people or even the same person at different times, I learn to pause and assess, like, what am I doing to trigger this kind of reaction, or what am I doing, you know, to, yeah, because I mean, to every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. So you can't take away when people react in a way. Sometimes it is not entirely their fault. So sometimes when you blame people to react in a particular way, check yourself as well, because this person that is reacting this way is a whole human. They have their emotions, they have, everything that they also protect. So when it comes to relating with you, probably they are different to other people, and but they are a particular way to you. You need to check yourself. You need to know what you're doing that is not right in a sense. And that's also to say that I mean, sometimes we are not always wrong, but sometimes we are also wrong. Okay, so when somebody is reacting to you in a particular way, maybe you say something and then they are just edgy and all of that, try to check yourself. Are you a bossy person? Are you infringing your right on people? Are you not allowing people express themselves? Are you very sarcastic? All those things, just check them. And also the same way when you say things and people don't take you seriously. Are you a trustworthy person? I learned this from Mrs. Morayo Afolabi Brown when she mentioned in one of her interviews that she noticed at a point that her husband was not paying attention to her. Her husband was, you know, does not, when she says something, just the summary is that her husband does not pay attention to her, and then she spoke to somebody, an elderly person, or maybe somebody she just respect, and the person said that it's because maybe one of the reasons why your husband might not pay attention to you is because probably you say things and you don't follow through. And it really stuck to me like, when you say, I want to do this, you are not doing it. I want to lose weight, you are not doing it. I want to cook something special, it is still rice you are cooking. I want to do this, it is still the same thing you are doing. Nobody will take you serious. I mean, they might not want to say no to your face because of the respect or love they have for you, but nobody will take you serious. So that's just to say, I mean, those are just like the little actions and reactions that probably I can take my head through, or maybe, in probably in extreme cases where probably people have personality defaults, people that probably pickpockets or something, or just take things that are not yours, and then you come around, you see everybody has tidied up and things like that. You need to check yourself. And one thing I've also learned is that nobody can tell you the truth more than yourself. People can tell you the truth and it will sting. And most times people don't want to be in that shoes, except probably they have seen that if I don't tell this lady, if I don't tell this guy the truth, something else or something worse is going to happen, and they don't want to be in your bad books. But truly, and let me say, the most intelligent way of you knowing the truth is you to sitting down and assessing or analyzing your relationships. Like, what is this reaction I'm getting? I've been in that shoe before that, I was doing something I didn't realize it was hurting people. And I was doing it not to hurt people. It was just probably because of my experience, because of, something I've learned, something I've just seen people do over and over. I didn't take it so seriously. So it was a surprise when, I saw people react to me in this particular way. And I sat down and I analyzed myself and I tried to stop until I stopped. And yeah, that was it. So also, when you see probably people not wanting to associate with you, or just different, and I've reacted to people in a way, and I asked myself why I reacted the way I reacted, and I came to realize that, okay, this is what this person did that you know that made me react this way. And I've seen other people also react that way to that person. And sometimes you're like, I don't even know, probably how to approach them to say these things. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to approach them. Sometimes, you could buy a book for them about it. You could tell maybe an older person or somebody they respect that can talk to them. You could talk to them if you know how to like present the matter, politely, just different ways of tabling it to them, not to bash them. I mean, address the matter, not the person. That's always like my mantra, you know. So yeah, that's just what I would advise. And the summary of this live video is just to say, don't do things over and over and expect to get different results. If you do things over and over, you will get the same results. Like the law of motion that I said that, or is it the law of motion that, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. There is something you are doing that is, and even this, I mean, very importantly in marriage, in a family, let's not even talk about just marriage alone. In a family, now in a family, let's first talk about between you and your spouse. You notice that your spouse is doing the same thing over and over. Probably it is you that need to adjust with some things. It is you that needs to, probably check some things and, be willing to change. I think that willingness to change also is one of the issues that we need to address. Like, how willing are you to change? How willing are you to adjust? How willing are you to, make things better? Because it is not, because sometimes when we have that willingness to change, we sometimes feel like it is because you don't want to feel like this person is the one controlling you. Sometimes it is not even control. What is the result of what you want to achieve? Like, for instance, in a family, do you want a happy home or do you want to be right? That is the question that you need to, ask yourself. And sometimes you can be right and still have a happy home, but it's just the way you go about it. So, yeah. And also with your children, you notice that you have a child that is always fussy, the child is not listening, the child is probably you're using the same approach to all the children and it doesn't work. You need to use different approaches. You need to recognize what each children or what each child wants. This child does not want being shouted at. This child does not want you, comparing them to another child, which you should not do in the first place. This child would like to have personal time with you. Just all those things. Pay attention to, the reactions you get and adjust just to get, a favorable reaction. So I think that is everything I really, really want to share this afternoon. And I hope you're having a great time. You are, loving on yourself. You are improving in your relationships and you are happy. All right. I wish you the very best in all that you do. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.